morning and welcome to this week's Walt Wednesday, where every Wednesday I give you my favorite tips and tricks for navigating the Disney parks and the surrounding area. This week I want to talk to you about hydration. Staying hydrated is so important, especially if you're walking around any theme park like Disney, and especially if they are in sunny South Florida. You can get really dehydrated really easily if you're not paying attention. Also, if you happen to be doing any kind of drinking around the world, for example, in Epcot, you want to make sure that you are getting in extra fluids so that you don't get dehydrated with all of that alcohol that you may or may not be consuming. One of the mistakes that people make is buying bottles of water inside of the theme parks or trying to lug in all of the bottles of water that they're going to need, having bought them outside of the theme parks. That is a lot of expense if you're buying them in the parks. It's also really heavy if you're carrying them in from outside of the parks. My tip instead is to use a reusable water bottle. I like the smaller size that they're specifically made for kids. This is the Contigo brand, but I have a lot of different versions. And I like the ones that have this handle on them. If I'm going into the park for just a few minutes, maybe an hour or so, I'll just go ahead and carry it around. But normally I'm in the parks for a lot longer. It does get annoying to just carrying it around by the handle, so instead we usually attach carabiners. I couldn't find my carabiners today, so I just grabbed this little strap instead to demonstrate. And I will attach these, depending on what I'm taking with me into the park, to something on my person. I can, using the carabiners, I can easily clip it onto a crossbody. I can clip it onto the lower back straps of a book bag. I can also clip them onto a fanny pack because I do prefer to take fanny packs into the parks. And if I'm not taking anything with me, I can also clip these onto my belt loops. My husband usually does something similar. He'll clip it onto the book bag if he's carrying around the park bag, or he likes to just carry it in his hand, but that's not my cup of tea. Speaking of cups of tea, I don't really care for the flavor of water on its own. It's just kind of gross to me and makes me not want to drink water. So when we're inside of Disney parks, actually at any time at all, I like to add flavorings to my water. These are Gatorade Zero packets that I've recently discovered. They dissolve really well. They don't leave any kind of powdery texture or taste, and they do add some good electrolytes and things like that into your water. I also like to use stuff that's already liquid. This black cherry limeade from Crystal Light is actually one of my favorites. I always have this with me, whether it's my purse or if I'm going into a park, and it's really easy to just slip into a pocket. Because it's liquid, I'm sometimes a little bit concerned that it's going to open, so if I'm slipping into my pocket, I will usually go for these Gatorade packets instead. Whatever you do, you want to make sure that you are not buying your water. So if you're thinking about, well, if you're not buying your water, how are you getting that water? And no, I do not mean going to the water fountains. Instead, you can get the cups of water to refill these at any counter service location. All you need to do is walk up to the counter where you would normally pick up your food, let them know that you would like a cup of water, and they usually have trays full of cups of ice water ready to go behind the scenes. All you gotta do is ask for it, they'll give it to you, walk away, fill up your cup and fill up your water bottle and throw away the cup that they gave you. Those are my favorite tips for staying hydrated in the parks. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and tell me in the comments what kind of Disney tips you want to hear more about next time. Bye!